This is a public meeting. If there is a matter on the agenda on which you wish to be heard, please come forward to the microphone, address yourself to the commission, stating your name and address for the record. The chairperson reserves the right to place a time limit on each person asking to be heard. If you wish to address the commission concerning any other matter within the commission's jurisdiction, you may do so during the public comment portion of the agenda. Any person not satisfied with the decision of the planning commission may file an appeal to the city council through the office of the city clerk, except when the decision of the planning commission is filed.
Walk.
Here.
Armenta. Seivertson.
Here.
Here. Jackson.
Here.
Pipkin. Here.
Here.
Consent items.
I'll move the consent agenda.
Second. Motion and a second.
Is there,
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there any discussion?
is there a question on the interim status? That's highlighted in green.
As of that meeting, that was my status.
That was your status at the moment?
At that time, the attorney
So
still.
I just want to make sure it hadn't changed before that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
Item number 2. Definitive subdivision map, executive suites condominiums. The project proposes the conversion of an existing 2-story, 46-guest room motel and 5 commercial office spaces to a 39-unit office condominium complex on property located at 725 West State Street. The site is further described as 053-181-003. The proposed office condominiums will range in size from 300 square feet to 600 square feet. Vehicular access to the site is proposed from a 24-foot wide driveway located along State Street. Egress will be provided through a 20-foot wide alley located along the southern perimeter of the site easterly to South 7th Street. Full municipal services are available to the site. This is continued from the meeting of May 6th. Ms. Flanagan.
Thank you. Honorable Chairperson and members of the Commission. As you may recall, at the last meeting, the applicant requested that this item be continued. That was back in May of last year. The proposal requests that the conversion of a 2-story, 46-guest room motel and 5 commercial spaces. The applicant wants to convert that into a 39-unit office condominium complex and is located at 725 West State Street. At the time that the application was submitted to the city, that site was zoned general commercial. However, since then, we have updated our zoning map, and that's considered now downtown commercial. This is the project site. Again, it's at the corner of State and 7. This is the aerial. And this is the proposed tentative map that's being proposed. As mentioned before, the map proposes 39 office condominiums ranging in size from 300 to 600 square feet. The project, the pool within the project will be eliminated, and that will provide additional parking area. The total parking, outside parking within these sites will be 39 off-street parking spaces. And it would also, the project would also require about 2,200 square feet of landscaping. This is the subject site looking southeast, looking south, looking west, and looking east. It's right across from the IBRP building. Now the project proposes garages to the south of the project, and you can't really see them from this picture, but this is just depicting looking north from the alley. The carports will be enclosed as private garages. If that is the case, the project will be required to provide a 5-foot setback in the rear yard of the project. The total number of parking spaces required for this project is 67 parking spaces. 39 will be located on site, and the balance of those will be paid in accordance to the city's ordinance, paid in lieu fees for the deficient parking. And let me show you. Our city ordinance allows for the payment of in lieu fees for any deficient parking if a public parking area is located no more than 500 feet from the project site. Going back to the project site, you can see that just to the north, there is one public parking area, and then just northeast of the project, there are 2 parking structures located within the project area. This parking is over the distance between the project site and this parking structure is over 500 feet, so this will not count towards the credit. What the project can do is we would credit these parking spaces and this parking space to accommodate the deficient parking. We are recommending that the public hearing be open to allow any public comments, and at the same time, staff recommends that the resolution finding that negative declaration was considered for the proposal, and also that conditionally approving the tentative subdivision map as proposed. Now, if you go back to the last page of your staff report, the last 3 pages, you would see Exhibit E, which identifies all the conditions of the project. I'm not going to, unless you want me to go through all of them, I'm not going to go through them. I think the important ones are, again, the off-street parking, that's condition 11, which will require the applicant to deposit $800 in the state's parking lot acquisition fund for each deficient parking, which will be 28. The landscaping will be provided. That would be condition 7. Condition 8, again, if the carports are enclosed, there shall be a minimum of a 5-foot setback. And condition number 12, which identifies the need to provide a left turn only sign on the one-way entry only on the driveway located along West State Street. So it would be left turn only. The other conditions are just our standard conditions. And that concludes my report.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have a question, staff. On item 11, it says 33 one-way parking stalls with a minimum 9 foot by 17 foot 10 inches. I noticed on the map that they're scaled out to be 8 feet 5 inches.
What's going to be required, the map's going to have to be revised to reflect these conditions.
And when we have a situation where part of the parking is off-site, how are the ADA handicap accessible parking spaces calculated?
Well, the ADA parking spaces are calculated on the overall, on the 67.
So how many would be needed on-site?
You know what, I don't have that information. There's a formula and it's in our code, and I don't have that. But depending on the number of regular parking spaces, there shall be a certain amount of ADA. And it has to be, this project will be required to be.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was, 1 to 22?
You know,